Hey guys, what's up? James here from Embark, and today I'm going to give you a summary of How to Be Effing Awesome by Dan Meredith. So we all know people who seemingly have it all together, you know, the great relationship, the great job, they've got good money, they go out and have all the fun, basically having a great life. Now, if you want that, knowing that you want it is only half the battle. So how do you obtain it? Written by awesome entrepreneur Dan Meredith, this book shows you how to achieve your goals through a very specific set of principles. You'll learn that a bit of selfishness is needed sometimes for success, and that you'll always fail if you choose to hide behind a persona and pretend to be something that you're not. I've condensed the 11 principles in this book down into 6 sections to make it a little bit easier to digest. So let's jump into those now. So number 1, selfishness will lead you to the life you want. Now, on the surface, a lot of this is going to sound counterintuitive to a lot of the information out there and the content out there on how to be successful. But it's a simple concept and one that's been backed up by years of psychology from Freud to Jung. And it's basically that you can't help people until you help yourself. How can you provide value to other people if you can't look after yourself? Strive to be mentally and physically healthy. You know, working 100 plus hours a week might give you a sense of fulfillment, but long term it's not going to be the right path to success 99 out of 100 times, let's say. Life needs work, balance, fun, exercise, you know, everything in moderation. If there are people that are dragging you down, cut them out. Look after yourself first, then you'll have the ability and energy in order to sustain your altruistic tendencies to help people. Number 2, one of the largest roadblocks to achieving your goals is fear of judgment. Lacking authenticity will cause you to be unsuccessful. It's way too time consuming, there's way too much energy and time that you have to put into hiding who you are. It's not practical. Not only are you going to struggle to keep up with it, but people are going to see through it. And the second you let it slip, that's when everyone sees it. So work on self-awareness, you know, because that's important for nearly everyone, but more so for entrepreneurial type people because they take on more risks. So being more self-aware is going to help them much more in the long term. And self-awareness is just understanding your strengths and weaknesses. We've gone over this on the channel and Dan goes over it in this book. If you're aware of your weakness and you task yourself to improve those weaknesses, then who cares if someone points it out to you? You've already started it, you're already ahead of the game, you're already working on the weakness. Haha, you're bad at this, I know, I'm already working on it. Next. Like, it doesn't matter. It's almost like beating someone to the punchline. You know, before they get to the joke, you hit them with the joke. If it's at your expense, you just hit them with the punchline beforehand. Haha, I already know the joke. Move on. You know, it stops it before it comes. Focus on your own stuff and how to be successful in your own life. Others are only going to be talking about you because they know that they can't achieve it. And if you fear judgment from your family, call them out. Ask them. Ask for their support. If they say no, we're not going to support you in this endeavour, say, okay, fine, you know, shame on you, but I'm going to carry on doing it anyway. And then work hard, be successful, and turn it around and be like, look guys, you should have supported me. This is where I got to. They're effectively on the wrong side of history, and it's just going to give you extra fuel and determination. Number 3, the value you can provide is based on your current abilities. So through the self-awareness, you're not only just going to know about your weaknesses, you're also going to know about your strengths. Be honest about them. You don't have to inflate them. You've worked hard on them. Double down, evolve them, and then set your prices for those strengths accordingly. At the end of the day, there's probably always going to be someone with a little bit more knowledge and a bit more experience in that sector than you. But if you price accordingly based on your experience, based on your strengths, you can still provide more value and more bang for their buck. Then keep continuing to improve. Keep improving until you feel you can increase those prices. At the end of the day, the price has to be good value. Doesn't matter if someone has more experience than you. Number 4, in order to build a network, you need to stand out to a specific group, entertain and ignore the objections. There will always be a few trolls lurking under the community that you've built. So ignore the trolls. The only chance that they have of success is trying to drag people down. Don't let them. You know, you have a small community and you want to build it out. We know the importance of that. Make interesting content, have fun discussions, be compelling, and make the community want to invite and engage and chat. And as you know, we've talked about this before, there's so many different platforms that you can build a community on now. You've just got to start. Most people work in different ways. Find your system, tailor it, and be consistent. The author, Dan Meredith, has his own system for being productive. Firstly, he'll make a to-do list of everything that he has in his head. Then he reorders them based on importance, scaling them from 1 being very important to 3 being not very important. And then he aims to get 3 to 5 of these critical items on his list completed that day. And in order to do this, he would book out a specific time slot in order to complete these tasks. Dan says that what he used to do would he would find the cheapest return ticket that he could for a train journey, as long as it's at least 2 hours long. He'd then sit on the train, work, going through these important tasks, get to the destination, have a little bit of a break, get back on the train and return back doing work. And that would be his 2 hours of solid work that he'd be able to do with no distractions. This meant no distractions from people, he had a limited time frame, and no disruptive phone calls. His habit was to plan out his task with the system and then execute. So find a system that works for you, make that system a habit, turn it into a habit, find your quiet, productive location, and start working. They say you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So surround yourself with the people that you want to emulate, and give credit to the people that deserve it. Build that community of people that are asking for help and need that help, and then provide them with value. Also fill it with those who you admire. Engage with them and analyze what they do. If you want to use someone's thoughts or opinions, use them, but give them credit and exposure to your community. Always be kind, especially to the people that are hating on you. People are always going to oppose what they don't understand and feel threatened by what they don't understand. Be kind, because although they're going to be trolling you with comments, it's just jealousy, and they're only jealous because of success. It's a direct correlation between the amount of trolls you have to how successful you are. I think the key message in this book is that it's now or never. Plan and execute and strive to hit your goals, and then make new ones and achieve those as well. Life is too short for insecurities and to fear judgment. Regret and the pain of regret in the long term is way worse than the fear of failure in the short term. So practical advice in the book: once you've truly achieved a high level of self-awareness, outcomes don't really matter to you. They're just one small step on your journey to success. You have to have them. You have no fear of failure, because it's not failure, it's just learning. So the stress just disappears, the judgment disappears, you just don't care what other people think. And then you can concentrate and execute. The only true failure is if you don't try at all. So that's my summary of Dan Meredith's book, How to Be Effing Awesome. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We have new videos coming here every single week. I've been James from Embark, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.